installed and running upstairs. Congratulations. You messaged corporate about it. You get to manage it. Consider this your official notice to hide its access keycard deep in the bottom of a drawer somewhere, preferably within the archives or in one of the station's other popular sections. Because I sure as hell will not allow our station's efficiency scores to plummet due to a pointless safety feature. Do not even think about testing the system out. The emergency sirens will make your ears bleed. If you accidentally trigger the fire suppressant system, it can suck the air from the room faster than the station's last performance review. Okay. Could be one way to get it open for sure.
You out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me, face to intercom. I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact, trying to suicide by Marauder? And you, Nyoka, what are you doing lugging a stranger into my station?
You could use the socialization, you son of a bitch. Also, he hired me.
To what purpose? I happen to have some significant problems I am dealing with right now. Marauders, running out of purple berry wine 3 days ago, not being able to bloody broadcast.
I need some information.
No. We'll deal with information-related business later. As I said, there are bigger problems threatening my life and livelihood at this very moment. The Marauders want me dead. And since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I need you to clear out the threat. As my newest contractor, you may call me the Broker.
Or we can call you Hiram, on account of that's your damn name, and doubly on the account of the Broker being a dumbass alternative.
What? Everyone calls me that. Aside from you.
Why me?
You're here, and you're armed, aren't you? The feed's gone grainy, but it looks like you're packing deadly force. I know Nyoka is, for sure. I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the Marauders out, and I'll pay you double the going rate.
Okay.
They destroy the transmission equipment. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down again.
How many Marauders broke into the station?
Too many, considering I hired a bunch of no-good merc. Already they've caused considerable damage to the station's property. If they take down... Aside from the bits I'll be paying you,
Yes.
you said you wanted something from me. Something information-related. I'll give it to you.
Alright, I'll see what I can do.
Here they come!
Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready.
What's up?
Huh? I smell blood.
Ready for this!
I enjoy playing this game with silenced weapons.
Where we going?
inclement weather warning. As I stated in my prior 4 messages, there's simply no cause for alarm. I swear to you, Hiram. The situation is under control. What you call a near emergency, I would consider a non-event. Yes, a high energy transmission was used for too lengthy of a period of time. And yes, the generators cannot safely support the activity. Yes, and yes, they could have been damaged under the load, but the point remains nothing happened. We caught the issue in time. The engineers involved have been reprimanded. I swear on my mama's grave will not happen again. Now please, cease contacting me for daily updates on the status of the generators. What in the black holes were you thinking, Val? At some point, space efficiency becomes the inverse of time efficiency, and one negates the other. What I mean is, how am I to do my morning business when the toilets are directly facing the open showers? You may like watching fellows scrub their jiggles while you're taking a steamy dump, but I don't. On the contrary, Theo, not only is it spatially efficient design, but it also encourages simultaneously users to hurry their business. Don't like it, don't look, or speed it up and move on. After all, the faster you're back to the station, the happier we will all be. Warmest regards. Postscript. You take too many bathroom breaks and you know it. So that's where I just came in. This transitions, yeah. Clear all that out.
That's the last of them, I think.
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. You hurry on in.
All right. Alright, hello.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration.
Sure.
This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But I admit, I do wonder why Nyoka has brought you to me. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are you here?
I told you, I'm looking for a certain information broker.
Ah yes, our little chat on the intercom. You're looking for the premier broker for all of Monarch.
Yep.
Which you knew was me, clearly.
Sure.
Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to rush me.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Oh, you do you? I have lost track of the number of beers you owe me for chasing raptidons off your stoop.
Are you fibbing? Be honest.
I take offense to that. Look, okay. Just, it might take me a while this time.
Why is that?
I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing the information we desire. But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. In their war against each other, they're scrambling each other's outgoing transmissions. Luckily, however, MSI has now gone silent. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
I would.
Then you've my impressed gratitude. Still, we need to get the iconoclasts off the airwaves. I will leave the means of that particular end under your discretion.
So we kicked them off.
Exactly what I was thinking. They hurt us all with their pettiness. Which of course has inadvertently affected the incoming port and my livelihood.
Why Amber Heights?
Amber Heights is one of the only surviving settlements outside of Stellar Bay. Graham Bryant and the iconoclasts there got their hands on a working relay station. Now they're ceaselessly transmitting philosophist ramblings on my airwaves.
Can't we cut them off from inside the station?
No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pollution thins out.
Okay.
The safest bet is to convince Graham and his iconoclast to stop transmitting on their end.
Okay.
You do that, I'll be here, waiting on the receiving end. Luck be with you. I have a feeling you'll be needing a pinch of it, plus a vat of patience.
Nyoka needs a favor.
Oh, great. I love doing pro bono work for friends.
Aw, you called us friends. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusions, but this time it's important.
Important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do recognize that you may have earned some goodwill during your months laboring for
I've had it with your selfishness. Help her out or there'll be consequences.
Whoa, hey, there is zero need for violence in this station. Look, I'll do what I can, all right?
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to shit, and I need to find them. I believe them to be on Terra 2.
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes, round one of their Spacer's Choice outposts. These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last UDL contract. Now scram. And, good luck.
You're an information broker. What's that?
Is that a trick question? Because to answer it, you'd need to pay me. Of course, I could offer you a vastly more interesting bit of data instead. Try me. Ask me anything you'd like. I'll even offer it for free. We'll call it an exchange. Ask me what you will.
Have you received any broadcasts from Earth?
What? No. Why would I go out of my way to intercept messages from Earth? There's no market for them. No buyer means it's not worth my time. Now, if you wanted me to intercept a certain one, that might be worth it for the right price.
All right, well, let's talk about the board.
There are so many members. Do specify.
Got any compromising information on the chairman?
If you try to cite me on this, I will deny. Do you understand? What I am about to reveal is the sort of information that gets a body disappeared. MSI's ownership of Monarch is technically legal, but it would give MSI too much power on the board to grant them such status.
So the chairman demonizes Monarch rather than welcoming it back into the fold.
Exactly. But you didn't hear so much as a whisper of such from me.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of information.
What can you tell me about Phineas?
Not much, admittedly.
You must know something about him.
Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical go-between. The rest is history. As far as what's between us, I mean. Outside of that, well, that's a Raptidon of another color.
I'm listening.
I do know this much. There is a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. If allegations are to be believed, the experiments he conducts for the greater good are in fact treasonous and for self-gain.
Interesting.
I am not convinced as to the validity of these allegations, considering the source, but I am also not unconvinced either.
All right, let's talk about something else.
Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of information.
MSI and the Iconoclasts.
They are a curious lot. Insufferable. And short-sighted, too. What else do you wish to know?
I'm curious about Graham Bryant's deep dark secrets.
Some say Graham suffers from nightmares that leave him sweat-drenched and screaming. I would assume it stems from the friends and family he lost in Amber Heights all those years ago.
I could use some dirt on Sanjar.
Sanjar's not actually at fault for his past performance reviews, but he can keep hunting for loopholes to get back on the board for the next century. He'll never be reinstated. Not in his lifetime. For Nebula's sake, even with the loophole I gave him, he's only in charge of MSI because every other exec died during the massacre at Amber Heights.
What do you mean?
I gave Sanjar and Graham legal information that would allow MSI to own Terra 1, once the other corporations had abandoned the planet. The execs had their concerns, but before the matter could be resolved, pirates raided their homes in the night.
So what is the story between MSI and the Iconoclasts?
You mean between MSI, the Iconoclasts, and myself? I bet neither of those megalomaniacs told you I was the true mastermind behind Monarch. Back when the colony was still Terra 1 and corporations were abandoning us left and right, I'm the one who approached Sanjar and Graham with the means to our salvation.
Okay.
I offered them a legal way to take control of the planet. If MSI were the only corporation here, they could claim sole ownership.
So MSI would have to stay behind while the other corporations left.
Precisely. The other corporations were fleeing because of the hazard clause declaring Terra 1 uninhabitable. But MSI had lagged behind, giving Sanjar and Graham an opportunity. Take over MSI, stay here while the other corps left, take over the planet.
So you're the glue that brought them together.
Precisely. Without me, they never would have done more than play Revolution in hushed whispers over scuzzy kale ales in the tavern. Thus, the bargain was struck. They could run MSI while I would operate Devil's Peak Station. Unfortunately, relations have soured.
Why did the partnership fall apart?
Competing ideologies. Graham believes Sanjar has become corrupted by the corporate lifestyle, that he is now similar to the original corporate executives they sought to reform. And Sanjar has learned the hard way that Graham is quite morally gray.
Okay.
Luckily for you,
All right, that's enough gossip.
how low you seemingly regard my... I may have... How low you seemingly regard...
All right, I'm gonna head out.
Mioka, pick me up some stimulotion.
The station's primary band is presently oversaturated. Amber Heights data is Iconoclast Oregon. Grabs behind it. Dare I say the future is looking bright indeed. I can run a full gambit of operations without ever leaving the sanctuary of the broadcast room. Sanjar and Graham are living up to their promises and have not interfered with initial broadcast. The deal is holding, and I believe I can make a life here. Hiram. Had an near miss the other day. Nearly ended up with the board on my trail. We will mark that trail firmly in the failure category. One must experiment, however, to ascertain the best methods. I have found thus far that the most reliable methods for evading detection within the limited frequencies of Monarch's off-road transmissions involves duplicating regular news broadcasts on several unused frequencies. My information gathering associates know to filter out the sounds in the vocal range, in turn isolating the embedded data, and the board's authorities are none the wiser. Playing hazard has never been so thrilling, nor high stakes. Pox at all those embellic children and their hatred of each other. Sanjar and Graham have oversaturated my key bands. They'll take down each other all right, and me right alongside them. I should have never invited them to play. But what to do about it now? What to do indeed. Okay. Alright, we need to go do this other one now because I want to just go back and take care of all this at once. So.
Did you have a sweetheart in Stellar Bay?
Had a fling or two, sure. But on Monarch, relationships ain't usually meant to last. A lot of fools tried to impress me, feigning bravado in the wilds, thinking they'd catch my attention with their stories. It was cute. Not so cute when their act got themselves munched. You know what's sexy? Confidence. You know what ain't? Discipline. This'll be fun. Everyone all right? Here we go.
Go get him, Parvati. Nice. You know what?
Weakness cap. I see you there.
Of course.
Are you two okay?
Welcome to the Iconoclast, asshole!
Nyoka, you're a sight right now, I'll tell you what. We are up a creek.
I bet. You really come this far north for a printing press?
Yeah, I know, but that's the mission. Don't suppose y'all are busy right now.
Zora sent me to look for you guys. Once I get you out safe, I'll see about that press.
Thank the Eternal. We could use a hand. But we can't leave without patching these guys up. Acker here is bleeding out and Jensen can't see straight. Our medic has got our trauma kit, but we got separated. We ain't seen him in a couple of hours.
An idea where he went?
Yeah, on account of giving him the order. He's searching the old settlement to the north of the press.
Alright, see if I can find him. Which I believe is where I just came from. Oh. Alright, well, I guess that kind of counts as north.
Here we go! Nice hit! Kill confirmed!
Hitting the wrong button at the wrong time. Gotta love it. Hmm.
Any luck out there?
Found your trauma kit. Your medic is dead.
Oh, fuck. Well, that's...
Can just fast travel there now.
You ever worry all that ammo in your berth might combust?
What? Wait, that's... It can do that?
All it takes is a little bit of black powder next to a lot of bits of fertilizer and one real hot day, and I've seen it happen.
I don't know what's more unsettling. The concept of my ammunition spontaneously combusting, or the fact that this is the kind of thing you think about on the regular.
Oh, the data on that cartridge was even more damning than I could have hoped. And to have something on UDL of all the corporations. You've given us quite the advantage.
Okay.
Anyway, what can I... Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
You didn't tell me that Hiram found the loophole giving MSI control of Monarch.
Well, technically he may have suggested it, but he certainly wasn't doing the paperwork himself. What can I do for you? Poor Braxton.
I don't want to think about it.
Eaten by cattle?
I put up with the constant stink of fish because I don't want to think.